Good morning. These are your morning headlines for December 16th, 2024, here on BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Austin Pace. Bring in the season with bluegrass music at Winter's Night Concert this Wednesday. Ella Ziegler has the story.
Local Rexburg performers are taking the stage to celebrate the Christmas season for a night of joy and distinctive music. A Winter's Night features 9 performers playing classic carols and lesser-known Christmas tunes with a bluegrass twist, using instruments like banjos, mandolins, guitars, drums, and keys. Event organizer and Madison County prosecutor Rob Wood is excited to present new arrangements in the concert.
Some of them are just arrangements we came up with, and some of them are arrangements that other musicians have done and recorded and that we liked, and so we're kind of emulating them. So like our version of Silent Night is one we came up with. It's kind of a mix of a couple different versions. Angels We Have Heard on High is a kind of a bluegrass version that I've been playing for several years. Yeah, there's several songs that our version of Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is one we kind of came up with.
While the concert isn't entirely bluegrass music, the musicians enjoy just getting together as friends and playing music together.
You know, I think at the kind of at the core of that music, it's friends sitting around with acoustic instruments, guitars, mandolins, banjos, and I think it's something that most people can relate to, and it's something that you have to put in the time to actually learn how to play. And so I think that that just kind of adds to the spirit of the season. You know, it's kind of an environment of friends.
The concert is Wednesday evening at 7 at the Romance Theater.
I want people to have fun. I want them to enjoy the music. And then, you know, I want them to feel the Christmas spirit from these songs.
You can purchase tickets for $12 at rexburg.org or at the door. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Ella Ziegler.
BYU-Idaho Radio has been following the murder trial of an Idaho man who was accused of shooting a 23-year-old 17 times. Mark Bent, who is being charged with first-degree murder of Nicholas Todd Bird, testified in court on Friday that he blacked out during the killing. District Judge Michael White is presiding over the trial, which is expected to go to the jury today. Bent took the stand on Friday afternoon, defending himself against the murder allegation. According to Bent, he was born and raised in Seattle, Washington, and worked as an automotive technician for over 20 years. He came to Idaho Falls in February of 2021 to work for a job at USPS in Idaho Falls. In 2021, he started going to car meets, where he was introduced to a Facebook page for the Castaways Car Club, which he ultimately joined. Ben said he met Bird, the founder of the club, at a car meet in May. They spent time together in the club, but Ben says he left because others in the club were young and what he called wild. EastIdahoNews.com reports that they participated in illegal street racing, getting misdemeanor tickets for excessive speeding, Ben said. He said he didn't want to jeopardize his job, so he left the club in June. Bent eventually messaged Bird to tell him he wanted to leave the club because of the illegal activities. A few days after he left, Bent said he was removed from the Facebook group. He asked Bird why he was removed and said that someone told him that Bent was an undercover police officer, which Bent denied. Bent said he contacted police in June or July to report threats of being doxxed online by random people in the car community, saying he felt like his safety was in jeopardy. According to Bent, he bought a house in Pocatello in July of 2022 because he was concerned about people from the car group finding out where he lived after he moved. When he bought the new house, he bought a camera system. According to Bent, nobody ever threatened him in person. On the day of the shooting, Bent had been drinking and was still drinking when he ended up in Bird's neighborhood. He reportedly saw Bird's car, parked his truck, finished his drink, and broke Bird's passenger side mirror on his car. Ben says he continued walking around and eventually saw Bird in his car. He then drew his gun and blacked out. He said his next memory is seeing Bird on the ground, getting in his truck and driving away. He admitted to typing the Facebook message to his parents, admitting to the killing, and the post admitting to Burt's killing months before. Closing arguments are expected today. The Idaho Falls Symphony is proud to present a holiday performance of Handel's Messiah on December 21st. It's happening at 7:30 at the Frontier Center for the Performing Arts. The performance, titled The Sapphire Messiah, marks the 75th anniversary of the symphony and almost exactly 75 years to the day of its inaugural performance in 1949. The performance will be further elevated by the collaboration of the festival choir, made up of vocalists from across the region. The concert will feature all the iconic movements that have made the piece a cornerstone of the holiday season, including For Unto Us a Child is Born, I Know That My Redeemer Liveth, and the ever-so-brilliant Hallelujah Chorus. Tickets are available now and can be purchased at ifsymphony.org. Thanks for making us part of your morning routine. These have been your morning headlines for December 16th, 2024. We've got more great content for you anytime you want it. Just search for BYU-Idaho Radio on your favorite podcast app. You can also ask your smart speaker to play KBYI 94.3 FM. We're also online. Head on over to byui.edu/radio to listen there. For BYU-Idaho Radio, I'm Austin Pace.